This is early July gardening update part 2 of 2. If you didn't see part 1 and want to see that, I'll put a link down below in the description. In front of these pots is the other grow bag with sweet potatoes. That's got the red garnet and the Korean gold. The other bale has the purple variety with the Korean gold. Some ornamental sweet potatoes there. And this is, I think this is a ground cherry. I grew some of those a few years back, and once you plant them, you'll probably never have to plant them again. Then we have some more project peppers. These are the ones I've been calling black cherry, and there's a looks like a variegated one there. There's that hollow log with the petunias in it. It's got several different kinds. They look better in the afternoon, but we'll just look at them now. Then we have a whole bunch of eggplants I need to pick on this long purple. That's always a very productive type. And we've got, excuse me, lots of banana toe tomatoes. It looks like one's got either insect damage or hail damage on it. But it's starting to turn, ooh, it's nasty looking. It's like insect damage maybe, I'm not sure. I'll figure that out later. Since these are some of our Black Pearl project peppers. These are the F5 versions. Some of those have blooms and little peppers started. Won't be long. Potatoes in the grow bags are still growing. I've been noticing some potato bugs on those recently. So you might keep an eye out for those on your potatoes. This is that Morning Glory. I think I might get a trellis for that. These are more of our project peppers. This is the upright version of the Black Pearl F5. But they're not as dark as I'd like, and the peppers aren't as dark either, so I'm not sure what to think about that, but we'll see which one turns out the best. Here's some more over here. Then we have the F2 Otacross, and some of those aren't that great either. We've got peppers on them now. This has got a ton of peppers on it, but I've got several different looks and sizes. This one's a shorter plant. Got the purple peppers on it. Smallish size. And then some of them are a little taller. That one looks like it's, I don't know if it's going to stay upright or not. If it is, then it was pollinated by an upright type pepper, which would be a little bit of a surprise for me. And we have some more over here. This is the shishito. She picked all the peppers off of it, but it's got some more growing. Lots of them actually. Had a bunch on it, still has more. The albino bullnose, we harvested all the peppers off of it, and it's got some more coming on. The bananas down there, that's a Dwarf Oranoco, and I'm hoping that's a Musa velutina. I'm letting it grow. We'll see later, but if it is, it's probably the only one. I planted a whole bunch of seeds down there. Let's go look at the tomatoes over by the storm shelter. This is the Hayleys Rainbow, and it's just loaded with tomatoes. Got lots of tomatoes up underneath there that you can't hardly see. and lots more setting on. That's a variegated type, but the weird thing is the newer leaves just don't show any variegation. Same way with the Walters Fancy. The newer leaves just aren't showing any variegation at all. But it's got some tomatoes on it too, here and there. Then another variegated type, Shimo Furry. It's loaded with tomatoes. Just got tons of tomatoes, and a lot of them have little dings in them from the hail, but nothing we can do about that. And it's still sitting on a few. Then we have some Rosella purples over here. Those are really great tasting tomatoes. One of my favorites. Actually, for taste, my favorite dwarf. And then over on this side, we got Elsie's Fancy. I don't think it even has a tomato on it, as far as I could tell. How about the size of that pepper? That's a sweet pepper, and it's huge. This is Pico's Pride. It's keeping its variegation, but it just doesn't have any tomatoes on it yet, and I need to get that staked up. And while we're here, there's what's left of the peach tree. Our sugar tip Rose of Sharon. It's got tons of buds on it, but it hasn't bloomed yet. But it's about 6 feet tall this year, and this is going to be its best year by far. It's just loaded with buds. That's the Rose of Sharon that I had to cut part of it down. This part over here is just leaning because it lost its support when I cut this part down. It was leaning on it pretty heavily, and now there's nothing supporting it, so I might go ahead and just cut that down too, just to make it look better. Here's those F4 variegated peppers with a little hail damage there. And then the F5s are growing nearby. They're just now starting to show some decent variegation. I think that will improve over the next month or so. This Hibiscus Bush we've had ever since we moved here, which is close to 30 years. And it's still going. The pollinators really love it. It's early in the morning, or else there'd be a lot more on here. Then we have the tall phlox that's just starting to bloom. It's really gorgeous once it's in full bloom. Then the bee balm didn't do as well this year for some reason. Not sure why. Got two different colors of it. Along with the pink and white hibiscus, we also have some red, kind of over here in the side yard. It's just now starting to bloom. This one over here is just a little bit darker shade of red, but it doesn't open up quite as much as the other red one over here. So they're both just a little bit different. That's about all we have going on this week in the garden. Let us know how your garden is doing, and if you're just now finding this channel, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.